Hey everyone, so more VR games is about to drop in the month of April. I can't wait to talk about them, so let's not waste any time, let's get into it. Now, this is the game I can't wait to load onto the Quest. Swarm VR from Green Sky Games will launch on the Oculus platform on April 8th and on Steam in the summer. It's a pretty fast-paced arcade shooter game that looks pretty intense. It's a single-player experience where you have 2 grappling hooks and a dual pistol to take down invasion of drones to robotic creatures by swinging all over this cel-shaded environment. And if you play any cel-shaded experience on the Quest, you know it's gonna look pretty nice and crisp, so graphically I can't wait to get in there and actually check this out. Now, it's important to point out, although it's going to have a single player mode where you get to compete with others globally through a competitive leaderboards from the launch, it's going to also have multiplayer mode that will be coming in the near future according to Green Sky Games. And I'm a big fan of multiplayer mode because for me, it definitely changes the feel of the game. Now, Swarm is set to have 21 levels that last anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes. They have been beta testing the game since last year where people were sharing their thoughts about their game on their Discord server. Now, the developers were worried that the movements in the game could be too intense and could cause motion sickness. Based on just looking at some of the footage of the game, that's definitely understandable. But many have said motion sickness is apparently not an issue or concern for this game. So I'm excited about this game. Again, it will be released April 8th of this week. So the next one is especially for all the Star Wars fans out there.
Now, in virtual reality, Pinball returns to a galaxy far, far away in a way you've never experienced before.
Star Wars Pinball VR by Zen Studios will be released on April 29th for Oculus Quest and the Quest 2, Steam VR, and PlayStation VR. It will not only launch with 8 pinball tables, that also includes The Mandalorian and Star Wars Classics, but it also includes some mini games like being on a speed bike. Now, the Mandalorian table will have a story-based mission where you can do different things like accept bounties, pursue targets, find the child, fight Imperial troopers. Now, one of the more interesting part of this experience is the pinball table, and the collected items earned through gameplay, like the lightsabers and helmets, will actually be housed in a customizable fan cave location. Plus, there's a total immersion mode where it lets you experience the game at table level. So basically, you scale down to a pinball where you can actually stand next to one of the Star Wars character to see the action from a different angle. Plus, I was reading an article that mentioned if you place an action figure on the pinball table, a life-size character joins you in your custom fan cave. So it should be a fun time. I'll probably be downloading this one when it first releases. Okay, next up is Carly and the Reapermen by Oddrave Studio. So this game first actually appeared on PC VR and PSVR in 2018, but it's now coming to the Oculus Quest on April 15th. Now, the game is designed to be a co-op where you grab a friend to play with, but it does also have single user and a multiplayer mode. For co-op, one player controls Carly, who's the deceased girl that's dropped into this underworld of spirits. As you can see, she's controlled from a third-person perspective where she needs to jump or dodge over obstacles. Now, as far as the other player, he or she is the Reaperman that will help Carly throughout her journey by doing things like placing platforms to jump on or help her solve puzzles. I'm definitely curious about the co-op experience on the Quest because the PC and PSVR uses a flat screen to view Carly while the Reaperman uses a VR headset. With the Quest version, both players will be on the VR headset, so I'm curious to how this actually turned out on the Quest. I'm wondering how much it changes the experience when both players are in the VR headset. Okay, this next game is a bit unexpected and unique as far as an idea for a VR game. This game is called Traffic Jams by Little Chick Game Company. It's going to be released for Oculus Quest 1 and 2 and PC VR on April 8th. Now, this game basically drops you in the middle of the world's worst traffic intersection where you become a traffic controller where you're responsible for maintaining the flow of traffic, along with dealing with occasional meteorites flying across the road. So you're basically tasked with guiding all the chaos that's being unleashed on the streets, where all the traffic lights happen to be non-existent. Now, you're taken to this world's busiest intersections from Paris to Times Square, where each location will have their own set of unique challenges. So the game is based on hand gestures along with the use of controllers to guide your virtual hands to direct traffic, but I imagine this game could be improved by also having an option of hand tracking if you're using the Quest, so hopefully that could come in a later update. Now, you can actually play in a single player mode where you can compete on a global leaderboard, or multiplayer mode where you can select up to 4 non-VR friends where they can get involved throwing obstacles your way, making it even more challenging. So this looks a lot of fun, especially if you have friends or family over at the house. This is definitely a unique way of having them involved with the game without having 3 other headsets. Mask Maker by Innerspace is another unique VR game that transports the player to a surreal fantasy environment, or what they call mask realms.
Where there is always one more mask underneath. Find my subjects. Forage for components.
Now, you're basically a mask maker's apprentice where you learn how to craft these magical masks by doing things such as carving, applying paint on them, as well as learning the magical abilities that the mask possesses that teleports you to different realms where you get to explore, solve puzzles, gather resources in different environments to create even more complex masks to find Prospero, who apparently rules these realms. Now, you'll first start off in Prospero's workshop learning how to craft these magical masks, and along your journey, you'll ultimately need to unravel this mysterious identity of Prospero. So Mask Maker is slated to be released on April 20th on PC VR and PSVR. Personally, I can't wait to check out these fantasy environments, so this is definitely on my wish list. That was the last game, guys. Let me know down below which game you're most excited for. Press the like button if you liked the video, and please subscribe and hit the bell icon for notification, and I'll talk to you guys later.